And hello, everyone.
Woo!
Hi. Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these people around me on all sides are your heroes for the evening and my best friends. Today, we continue our Across Eberron campaign. A couple of quick announcements. I say a couple, I think just one. We are currently working on our charity. We were raising money for some Extra Life, but our campaign ended at the end of the year for December 31st. So we're working on some things, whether that's going to be with Extra Life or another charitable for a good cause, charitable organization for a good cause. There you go. Words sometimes work. We're working on that sort of behind the scenes. Give us a moment. That link is still broken, but thank you all for everybody that did donate, including you guys, because I know a couple of you donated as well. To that good cause, and I know Extra Life appreciates it as well. I know Children's Hospital of Atlanta raised around $100,000 last year, and we were a part of that. So big shout outs to all of us. Anyways, enough of the good stuff. Let's get into the horrible things of where our party currently is with our recap. Last we left off, our heroes fight higher and higher into the hive. Odd yet familiar trinkets and information dotted the trail in front of them as they continued towards their dangerous destination. A familiar bracelet, warning signs in Druidic, and a riddle from a bard with a curious sense of humor. They snuck past large chitinous worms that would surely devour them whole, avoided turns that led to nothingness, and navigated tunnels that led back to themselves. An unfortunate stealth check quickly turned into an unwinnable fight. An odd insectoid figure in clothing that was aged in style but not in appearance, who called themselves Nelky, stepped from a sharp corner in space and took them in, saying that he grew tired of watching them die so many times. The party cautiously accepted and find themselves in the midst of a short rest, while Nelky silently looks each of them over, as content as a bug-like figure can look. You all sit quietly here. No winds blowing through the tunnels that have assaulted you so far. No bugs that you see at the moment, with the exception of Nelky, who is right in front of you. Quiet, not saying much at all, but just staring at each of you. Sort of tapping his fingers together, waiting for y'all to bring up the next topic. What would you like to do? For the mechanical purposes, I will say you guys are about 10 minutes into your short rest.
Well, when we go back out here, we have to go back to where we came from. At the room with the frog thing, whatever.
Yes, that is where this turn leads. But we can take other turns.
Where do those ones go?
I suppose to your destination eventually.
Do you know where the Corte is in this place?
I do.
Can you guide us to him?
I could.
You should, I guess.
It is not recommended.
Why?
It is dangerous. As I've stated, I've grown tired of watching you die.
All right, well, maybe you can give us some pointers to look out for, so we'll be safer.
Hide. Here. Maybe not here.
We kind of have to get the Corte out of here, so we sort of can't hide too long.
This was the last thought on a lot of your minds. A couple of times.
What, to hide?
No, to retrieve this Porta.
Nah.
Don't suppose you saw anywhere, we got to him, did you?
No, this is the furthest you've gotten so far.
Oh, it's good, I guess.
This is one of the first times all of you have trusted me, at least once, at once. Some of you have trusted me, but way too late.
Yeah, it sounds fair.
Trust is strong.
We're kind of not in a trustworthy place, to be fair, right?
To be cautious, yes. To be cautious to the point of death, well.
It sounds par for the course for us. It's a joke. We kind of rush headlong into lots of things.
I don't think it is much of a joke. Carlagla's people died because of this.
So, speaking of lots of people dying, we kind of need to get the Corta out to stop a lot of people from dying back in where we come from. So, that's why we're so adamant about getting him out.
I understand.
What do you know about this whole hive thing?
I'm not sure that I understand the question.
There seems to be this waterman who was talking to us. I don't know, he seemed kind of like the leader or like a lieutenant or something. He was asking to join these shared consciousness between people.
Don't think of him. You may invite him in.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, fair enough. I'll think of all the other things. So, this entity. Maybe just picture an image that with words would be associated but not in thought. So, empty robe. How about that? Empty robe. He's come along and talked to us about things. What do you know about empty robe and their people?
That he is one of the many horrible things that creep and crawl within these walls. Not the worst. Not the best.
Okay, so
simply a
this
messenger.
isn't like their home? I thought this was kind of like their habitat.
Something of the sort, at least parallel to it.
Okay.
He said that everything here was all kind of connected. Are you not? You're not part of that? Like in the mental and the head and stuff?
In the same way that you already are.
Oh, shit. So just kind of like a little bit, but not like actively connected.
This is a good way to describe it.
Insight check.
I'll give you an insight check. It's going to be a disadvantage.
Sure. I want to try. I just want to see if he's actually like, if he's bullshitting or if he is actually part of this hive mind.
Sure, yeah.
I hate. 17 with disadvantage.
17, very nice. His words and the way he's conducting himself right now doesn't seem dubious or deceiving in nature. He doesn't seem like he is trying to lie to you in any sort of way.
So throughout this entire exchange, Kaushik has just been sitting there, like, looking back and forth between him and the people that have been talking, and she's just gonna... Am I the only person who's still absolutely confused? Who are you? What do you mean we've died countless times? I don't... What's going on?
I'll probably start to talk and then be like, well, maybe he'll actually answer the questions. Just kind of pause.
With a distinctly uncomfortable side eye, Milo will look over and be like,
Well, some entities can see different outcomes, right? You're one of them?
But
Different versions of how things play out.
still got like his tools and hand or his repairs on.
Different
Like
versions.
a different
yes.
reality.
I guess. I'm not super up to date on it myself.
I mean, this is the realm of madness. I feel like it's probably not too profitable to invest a lot of time into trying to figure things out here.
Yeah, this is making my head hurt. I'd rather just.
But are you of the realm of madness, or just visiting like we are?
I wish I could call it visiting, but I am not of here.
Are you stuck?
When does home become stuck, or vice versa?
What?
How long have you been here?
Time is not really a thing.
This is getting very confusing very quickly.
Well,
If I may, I have watched you, not in any sort of metaphysical way, but I have seen each of you die. I have not cared to count how many times. You are not stuck in any sort of like traces his finger. Time is not a loop. Instead, like you see like an arcane yellow circle sort of just appear in air and floats right there. It's not a loop. But instead he grabs it and then twists it counterclockwise, and you see that loop spread and in infinite layers and make a sphere.
Mobius strip.
Damn it.
There are simply points.
Fuck. Sorry, go ahead.
There's simply points where you are and you aren't. But you are in a lot of them.
And what lets you step through them and see them all?
You find sharp corners. Same one you step through right here. The unfortunate side effect, as soon as you step out of yours, well, you become an echo.
Is
Hey,
that why
what
you're
the-
trapped?
No, I have been trapped here in Zoriat for longer. Whatever that may
Nope.
mean.
go back to the echo part. What do you mean by an echo?
When one steps out of their own timeline, they become not them. Simply an echo among space and time.
But if they go back, they can assume being a non-echo entity.
If you could find your way back.
I assume it's in the corner or somewhere, what you're talking about.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I said I assume it's in a corner or somewhere, or whatever you're talking about.
Something like akin to that, I suppose.
Are you saying we might not be able to get back to our thing? Since we came here?
As long as you stay in your timeline, you should be, well, I say should be fine. Death is still absolutely after you.
Wait,
But
so
as long
where
as
are
you
we
stay in your
now, then?
timeline. When are you now? You are right now. You are here. And as long as you stay
As-
right now, you should be fine.
Has time continued to pass outside of this bubble?
This space
I don't exist.
continued into the outside realm that we just stepped from? Yes. Outside of there, I have no idea.
Yeah.
How did you end up here? Did someone bring you here? What happened to you?
Here, in this moment, or here in this realm.
Here in this realm.
It is a memory I have not recalled in some time. I was thrown here. At one point on my timeline, I did not look this way, but instead of flesh and long ears. A home that we dubbed Baranal. I went back once we were shipped off from our original homeland. We needed to find somewhere else. terrible plagues, slavers that treated us as such. We escaped them to a new place. Unfortunately, not all of us got to escape. A few hundred years after that, I tried to return to our old homeland to save those trapped brethren. Their skin had grown purple, and their eyes and hair white. They had fallen to some mad god. And then they sacrificed me to some sort of ripple in space and time. And now I'm here.
Oh,
Well, the Corta that we're going to bust out, he's a pretty powerful spellcaster. He might be able to get you back to where you belong, or you could just come with the rest of us.
As I said, when I stepped from my time, I've become only an echo.
Okay.
I am not sure how long I will last like this. I will simply fade.
We could have a real big rager when you got back. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a pretty terrible place to live.
If I had the option, and I would not simply fade, I would still say that you shouldn't bring anything that has been on this realm for too long back to home.
Okay. No souvenirs, got it.
Or himself, I think, is in.
Nah.
Alright.
This is what I mean.
Well, if you still harbor concern for your home and our home, then getting us to the Corta is in your best interest. If you can.
As I said,
Otherwise, a lot more than trinkets or odds and ends will make it over from here to there.
I can do this. I would not be able to stop you. Even if I wanted to. And part of me does. Whispers tell me to.
Whispers? What do you mean by whispers?
Well, the wind's not been telling you secrets this whole time.
No more than usual.
Listen really hard for any wind.
Let me roll a check, see if I can hear the wind.
There
Oh,
is
wait.
no wind.
A wind check,
I
please.
suspect there's no wind.
We're out of it right
What?
now.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Stacy?
Oh, I was gonna say, didn't he say that we're out of the wind right now? In this little place.
I said you were out of the winds currently, yeah.
Well,
Nah.
probably best if you help us before that part gets too big, I suppose.
I can do this.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You grabbed us out of the area that we are in, and we are now in a different place. And time is passing at the same rate here as it is out there, correct?
As far as I know.
Okay, yeah, all right. So we'll say that as a probably.
Would it matter if time
Yes,
was
very
different
much so.
out there than it was in here?
Yeah, the Corta does not have much time, so we need to not stay in here very long if he is going to perish quickly.
There is a problem in that you don't know at which rate the Corta is experiencing time currently, wherever he is.
This is also true.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately, we cannot control that, so our only option is to go as quickly as possible.
And we only had like 5 hours left,
Something like that.
Yeah. at
and
least
that was before. That was before things.
After a short rest, we'd have about 4 hours left. Ish, something like that. Regardless of how fast time is passing elsewhere, the sap will wear off. I assume it's whatever pace time is passing for us where we are.
correct.
When you are.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Are we at
That-
is this a previous time or a future time?
This is the last time that I've tried. The most recent time that I've tried.
This is too much.
It sounds like present to me.
I think I may have popped a blood vessel trying to figure shit.
Again, if you keep thinking this much, it's not going to count as a short rest. Maybe you should turn that brain off, buddy.
Short rest does say it cannot contain strenuous activity.
Exactly.
Milo is very
I am
non-strenuously repairing his armor.
sweating
Very
like-
relaxedly repairing his armor.
I'm just gonna walk over and cut my hands on Gandwin's ears and lead him away.
You can cup your hands on his ears. He can still hear the conversation. Not a one of you have moved your lips this entire time.
Oh, fuck.
I fucking hated the air. Oh shit. Well, I suppose that means we shouldn't screw around any longer than absolutely necessary.
All right. Well, seeing as how you've seen us die, or at least you say heard, or just heard, or seen.
Seen, I have heard.
Okay.
I have seen and heard your last thoughts. Some of the
Okay,
most
so-
beautiful moments in my life.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know. Yeah. So you know what we're capable of. Do you have any tips on what might be coming ahead? If you know where the Corte is and what dangers might lie between here and there. I mean, do you know if perhaps this is a trap, or if he's well guarded, or
He will be well guarded.
all right?
Awesome.
Is there a way to use one of those angles you're talking about to get past them, step out, and step
Yep.
back in somewhere else?
Exactly.
Or some time else.
Some windmills. That would be the even better.
Sure.
That sounds incredibly risky.
I could get you as
Yeah.
close as I could.
I could remind you we are in the middle of Zoriat trying to get a shaman that we've never met out of a realm of madness. So,
And
it's-
apparently we've already died.
yeah, we
lot.
failed so
Many times. Lots of times.
So
This is
many
the
times.
one in like 4
Right.
million or whatever. This is the winner.
Those guys were pussies. We are the good ones.
This is the run.
You just say this is the run. Like this is a speed run.
Well, how many like hazards could you get us past? You think? How close?
I could probably bring you to the surface. The top of the hive.
Is that
Is it-
where the court is at?
It is.
How many enemies aside from his guards do you think would be between where you could get us and him?
You are very concerned about numbers. A number that would break your mind would stand in between you and him.
Oh, fuck.
That's a big number.
That's a lot. It's like
Can you see the Corte?
not sure how high I can count actually. So
Do you know if he is conscious, if he is unconscious, if he is alive or dead?
Turns out that he was just talking about a number that will break Gandalf's mind. It's
Just
like
mine.
30.
I can count higher than 30.
I was
all
literally
right.
typing that in chat.
It says 34, and he's just Gandalf EXE is not working.
I was
Hey,
gonna say anything
hey.
over 100.
Psychic.
I helped count our gold that one time. There was like more than 1,000 of it. All right.
But you were only counting to the tens place.
She was exhausted for days.
Exactly.
You get a level exhaustion
I
from
feel-
counting.
I feel attacked right now. Anyway,
Oh,
so
man.
am I taking this to understand that it would be more advisable to do our best to sneak straight to him? Just don't engage in any shenanigans.
Or an even better plan, a snatch and grab.
Sneaky snatching.
Sneakily.
Both of those at the same time.
Yes.
If it is not apparent, you will not be able to fight your way to him. You will
Right.
need to do your best to
Avoid.
survive.
Survive. Gotcha. Would you say that is a new objective?
I would say at this point it's the only objective.
Understood. Wonderful. All right. Well, shit. I guess that makes that pretty easy for the choice making. You know.
So Car's been over, like off to the side, just rearranging, like, you know, fiddling around with stuff, and just thinks one word: map.
A big map.
Right,
And the nap.
Y'all gotta stop making me laugh.
Got a backpack? I do have a backpack. No.
I got boots.
Hola,
There.
soy
Awesome.
Nelky. A map?
Oh God. Well,
Can we make a map of what we'll be facing when we get there, so we can plan for our sneakiness?
well.
If I can interject, sneaking will ultimately not work in your favor. You're looking at an infinite number of eyes looking back at you.
Oh shit. So we just gotta like sprint
Teleport.
as fast as speed.
And y'all know how to teleport?
How do we find these angles?
I'll show you the ones that you
Crowley
need
can do
to.
that.
Crowley.
Yes,
Big teleport.
I can teleport somewhat.
Okay, so
Be
me
careful
tell
with
you-
that magic here.
yeah, fuck.
okay,
Right,
so
so-
we cannot fight them. We
You could
cannot sneak past
teleport
them.
into some time that is not your own,
But-
Yes.
or much
Hate this
further
place. Place is
than you
terrible.
intend to.
Everything about here sucks. All of it. There's nothing good. Not one redeeming quality. And so
Alright.
we cannot fight everything. We cannot fight our way to him. We cannot sneak our way to him. Teleporting may be real bad. How do we get to him then?
That's why I was asking about the angles, like the one he used to get us here.
Yeah, he said he could get us like close, but not quite all the way to the court. Though.
No, showing us how to do it. Then if we end up in over our head, we step, I say away, but you say it's
That sounds
temporal, not physical.
Really bad.
These angles, I go to the ones that I know, but they do sometimes change. I would not recommend it unless you are very intimate with them. I have
What?
seen several of you step into nothingness, and that is such a tragedy to go from something to nothing so fast. It does not help when I see the rest of you follow suit, one after the other,
Oh.
after the other.
That sounds.
To become
Really?
nothing, so much potential wasted in a mere moment.
Oh, the puzzle.
So
Right,
what
right.
is
It was better than nothing. Sorry.
What is the recommendation then for getting to him? If you can't get us all the way to him through the angles you know. Crossing the remaining distance from where you can get us to him. Since you have been here so much longer, how do you think is the better way?
You have made it this far because she invites you in.
Who?
Oh, it's a hive. There's a queen. Not a king, but a queen.
Oh, like bugs, like bee. Like a beehive.
Correct.
Shit.
Who is she?
Good question.
Is it the quarter?
I
No.
thought this Corto was a he.
I don't know.
Carter, is that?
I'm not assuming.
I would rather not invoke her name here,
That's fair. Let's not.
lest we
Please.
invite her in.
Let's just, for word association, we can call her the cheese. So the cheese,
Hands alone.
what do we need to do to get past the cheese?
You're banned from the Skype call.
Or,
I am
or
not a
will the cheese be
tactician.
there? Will the cheese be where the Corta's at, if that's where she wants us to go?
She will be where she pleases.
Oh, fuck me. This is very confusing. So you said we've gotten as far as we have because she said, okay. Right?
This is correct.
So we've just got to kind of hope that she's okay with us going all the way to the Corta. Is that my understanding?
I did recommend against this.
I am aware. Unfortunately. We have very limited options here.
Right, it kind of means like the possible death of all the people on their planet sort of deal.
And probably others.
Yeah.
Is
I
she
feel
much of a
like
talker?
the unchecked spread of an interdimensional parasite is not just gonna affect us.
I'm aware, which is why I help you.
Fantastic. So, I don't know if there's much planning we can do. It might have to be he gets us as close as he can, and we just figure it out as we go.
Are there other beings like yourself that can see or maybe even interact or control these multiple versions of reality or time, however you were explaining it?
Do you have a way of doing such a thing?
Not exactly. I don't understand it, but I have seen things that can.
And Milo will finger by finger tug off one of his gloves and just kind of wiggle his fingers.
Looking at him.
Does he wiggle his fingers back?
Correct.
Nothing? Oh, worth a shot.
What's wrong with your fingers? They're real
Did
gray.
you
I'd
burn
love to
them?
know.
They look dirty.
They're like gray. Like if you get frostbite.
I mean, he answered you.
No?
I don't like that at all. Is that happened since you got here?
Oh no, have you begun changing as well?
Koshik's just looking down at her feet. She
Oh,
knows
God.
about the fingers.
Are you turning to a bug man, Milo?
I don't think so.
Let me look at your eyes.
You have open your mouth. Do you have mandibles?
You remember the swamp?
Vividly, yeah.
You were just in the swamp like a day ago.
Not that swamp.
I don't think
The last time we did some
other swamp.
planar trekking.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
With the sickness.
I saw y'all die too.
Like in the fever dream and stuff?
What do you mean?
That's what I thought for a while. But really starting to think that's not the case. Well, definitely not the case now. I don't understand it, that's why I haven't talked about it. But if there's a link here, maybe it's something we can use, or some kind of clue or help. I don't know.
You've walked into different timelines before.
Maybe.
And you've not
There was
faded
a
yet.
woman, and she said she could change it all. A creature, robed. It was all black. I would describe it, but there was nothing there to describe. I had been sick for a long time, it seemed like. And then I was there. And she showed them dying. Said I could change it. And sometimes, ever since then, I woke up healthy and was able to help. I thought it was luck at first, but I have been able to... I don't know if it's changing the outcome or if I just know what the outcome is going to be. And it's happened multiple times, and this thing has spoken to me again. And the second time I thought maybe it's still some kind of trauma response. But now you're talking about being able to see different outcomes. And maybe they're related? This is so far out of what I understand, but if I can understand it, it could help us.
This place lends itself to being able to step across time as you know it. As I said before, if you do so, however, typically, you would fade. Was this recent? I ask because I wonder if there is hope for me also not to fade.
Within a year.
I don't know what that
This is
means
more
here.
recent.
I'm not sure what that means either.
A couple of months. $16-day cycles.
I wish I knew what that meant.
For all intents and purposes, I say yes, recent. If you understand recent as a time period, yes, recent.
Okay.
Temporally proximal.
What does that mean?
Yes, that exactly.
Looks over at Gandalf.
Recent.
Sorry.
So Milo's got the magic touch to get us through these corners or these angles or whatever, and then we can
Either
run up
that or
there.
I'm screwed.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, it
we're
sounds
kind of-
like you were a passenger, which is dangerous.
You're telling me.
A passenger?
Well, that sounds as if you described it. You said a figure took you to these places, that you did not cross the boundaries yourself. Or-
Certainly not willingly.
By your own power, at least.
What does that mean? What are the implications?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I have always avoided it. I have not wanted to fade.
I don't know. I feel like this echo thing, you'll be probably pretty okay. I once got stuck in between time and space for about 1500 years, and I'm pretty okay. At least for the next 10 years.
You get another side eye from Milo.
I do hope you are right.
Milo, do you have a way of contacting this being? Do you have any idea if you can speak
I've
with them.
never reached out. I wouldn't know how. I don't think we want to. I don't get friendly vibes.
Right.
What type of person goes around helping people save their friends that's not trying to do good?
It was an exchange.
Yeah, what did you give them?
Milo.
I don't know.
That's the worst kind of deal, my friend. But hey, I'm glad they're still here.
With what I was being shown, I didn't really think I had a choice.
All right. Well, maybe she wants to put some more names on the deal. Then we can always give it a shot.
I don't think you want to.
Yeah, I know I don't want to, but we kind of have to save the world. That is, unless we can figure out the way. The Corte's location is you said he is just surrounded by an innumerable amount of creatures.
As much as you are right now, yes.
I don't know what that means.
Her presence
Sure.
is nearly synonymous with this realm.
Okay.
Awesome.
Meaning, should you step to the Corte's location and her no longer want you here, she will be there to try and stop you. I hope she does not, because that will not mean success for you.
All
Either
right.
death or a fate worse than.
Okay. So, sounds like classic distraction technique.
This may work. Some of you fend off what you can, others try to rescue.
And we can rendezvous back at one of these angles and you can yank us back to safety, correct?
I could take you to somewhere within the hive, but I fear at that moment if she no longer wants you here, she will be able to find us. And I also would not rely on my presence for any time.
When you said that this was at the top of this structure, do you mean that there will be like an open air, or will still be inside tunnels and whatnot?
It opens to It opens. It is no longer. And he sort of like takes his like insectoid chitinous fingers and just like traces it along the wall.
Okay, so that's good at least. I will try. Okay. I can have a little bit of a plan, but I'm going to need to get a better lay of the land before we do something like this.
Grab him and then bets.
No, I just mean we need to have someone go out there and stir up the hornet's nest, and then after everything is going to shit, the rest of you can grab the Gorta, and then we can try to escape.
I cannot show you an exact replica, but I can give
what?
you at least an idea of what it looks like. Takes his hands and spreads them apart, and as he does, like yellow arcane energy connecting each of his palms, and as he does, what looks to be like a 3D, for our purposes, like a holographic map made of just gold arcane energy pops up. From what you can see is a flat plane, a top, if you will, as much as he's able to sort of produce right here. It doesn't look comprehensive by any means. It looks like there are definite bounds to what he's been able to produce here. And you just see along this flat plane what look like individual spires dotting the lands above it, as well as platforms of something just sort of suspended in the air all around, sort of floating there. And in the center of this map that he produces, an egg-like cocoon just sort of suspended.
Okay. So the egg-like cocoon is suspended up in these spires on top of a plane.
It is in the air. It is just suspended in the air. You have other different like platforms around it that are just sort of suspended there and floating, as if not so affected by a gravity of your realm or of your understanding. And then along the ground itself are different sort of. They look like spires if you sort of get closer to them. They have like tiny openings along the sides. They look like exits or entrances.
Okay.
And he's in that. And I'm gonna point at the cocoon. That's where he is.
This is correct.
Oh boy. If I were to scale it, if I was gonna try to look at, because you said there look like tiny openings. That
Mhm.
look to be like. When you say tiny, do you mean like tiny as in the scale of it is scaled down and it looks like it should be people-sized openings?
You have no real frame of reference.
Okay.
With the exception of the egg, and if that is people-sized, those openings span from larger, category size large, to tiny.
Gotcha. If I'm just rough guesstimation, assuming that the cocoon is people-sized, how high up off the ground does it look like it is?
It is sort of fluctuating on his, as if that he's not very sure, or maybe it's fluctuating in and of itself. It looks fairly high off the ground, though.
Talking like 100 feet or like 600 feet?
I don't know.
Okay, fair
How many zeros? How many zeros? Are we
Somewhere.
still in the hundreds, or are we getting into the thousands of feet? That's kind of the tipping point. All right. Okay. So it sounds like we got a bit of.
Artyom, can you fly to?
Come again?
Could you fly to it?
Yeah, I could fly to it, but I was planning on being the distraction for everyone to get the Corta out. But if no one else can get to it, then that definitely provides a problem.
I think you could get there the fastest.
Oh, I could fly to it, but I feel the distraction is my duty. This is my Corta.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't think a distraction's going to work either way. He said that the queen is synonymous with this realm. If we get to the quarter, she will be there if she doesn't want us there.
Right. So which is why the distraction goes in first, and once the tension is made, we go in immediately, and we have seconds if we're lucky. Unless someone else has a better plan.
I would say
If
more
it's
than a distraction, it should. More than a distraction, it should serve as protection, perhaps. Maybe
So if somebody goes in and gets her attention first, that may provide some kind of barrier in her active perception.
perhaps.
Whoever goes in to get the Corta can give you a little bit of a boost.
Is she liable to talk to us like Empty Robe was?
If anything has spoken to you thus far, she has.
Great. So she'll probably be like, alright, no more talk, you die now. Kind of thing.
There is a chance.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't think any individual is gonna be sufficient for a distraction. Doesn't have to be more than that.
Well, I don't know. It's I can at least resist the ability for her to take over my mind or put worms in my brain. It's hard to do that when you're on fire.
Which if anything, means it's paramount that you get the Corta. If you are least likely to be stopped via one of those avenues, then you should be getting it.
If anyone else has any other ideas, I mean, I'm just kind of going for the seat of my pants here.
Milo takes out his drone and hands it off to you.
I think that Artyom, Milo, Koshik, and Crowley should be the ones trying to get the Corta. Because you can fly a lot faster. You can help him fly a lot faster. You can possibly, if worse comes to worse, do some teleporty bullshit if it has to happen. And you can make sure that the Corta can stand. Or be awake or something. So I think that leaves myself, the dwarves, and Car to try to rustle up some attention.
The reason I was suggesting myself for being a distraction is that I'm not trying to fight. I'm trying to run and
Right.
be a moving target.
I am perfectly capable of doing that. But you're also the fastest flyer. You can get to the Corta the fastest. If he's that high in the air, we won't have long in it. And you being able to run around down below and avoid them won't matter if we can't get to the Corta in time.
All right. Sure. So, are you going to be able to get back? I mean, how is this going to go?
We try to stay relatively near. If we'll try to get back to the angle wherever you will be, Melky. If all possible.
I think he said that we shouldn't count on being able to get his assistance again.
If we can't count on it, then we would have to somehow leave from the top and try to get back to the portal where we entered.
I can summon up some creatures for us to try and escape from the top, but
Car,
Yes.
the court is a powerful mage, right? If we can get him awake and a little bit juiced, do you think he'd be able to help at all with his own escape? Clearing out
I
way,
think
a
that's
path.
a good wish. I think it's a good wish. I don't know if we can plan for it. I can transform into like a giant eagle or something.
That's
Try to-
pretty good. Anything that, if we cannot rely on Nelky, then we should plan to try to get our only point of exit from this plane that we know of is that portal. We have to try to get back there.
Kaushik is.
Oh, go ahead.
Sir. Oh, I was just gonna say Kaushik is gonna be just like staring at the ground, and she's gonna say, "Since we're planning for all possibilities, what if the Quarter's already dead? What do we do?"
then we came here for nothing and we'll probably die.
Right.
Try to escape. Before we do that, who has those candles Erish gave us? I mean specifically the ones that let us talk to him, possibly.
I don't think it works over different planes, right?
Me, I have it. I think there's a percentage chance.
Okay.
Ian, it's a percent chance to fail over different points.
Alright.
Candles ascending. If there's the
I
chance
have
that
them.
we might not make it out at all, we need to see if we can let him know. Because if we don't make it, somebody needs to contact Cortahagra that this is going to soon be a breach.
I will give the candle to Gandolin. To Candolin.
Sure.
And I will tell him, give the candle to Crowley.
Pass this along.
Thank you.
Pop potato.
Pop potato back to the court.
So, if we can let Erish know that if we don't come out soon, that he needs to see if he can get in contact with the Kortahagra. Let her know.
Who's sending it?
Who has
RTM.
Who has the
I-
candle?
I have the candle. I'm
Okay.
giving it. Oh, Crowley, I thought you threw it back.
Crowley
Sorry.
has the candle.
Okay.
Crowley has the candle.
No, my candle turned into a pupper. I was very curious. You know, realm of madness and all
That weird magic, man.
Yeah. Alright, what's the message I'm sending before I was so properly distracted? Just tell Erish that we're working on our way coming
Well,
back, or
that we might not make it out, and that
this will be the point of breach.
Well, that Kortahagra needs to know that here in the Shadow Marches, there may be a breach. There will probably be a breach.
Alright. Well, it's okay. Kortahagra will know, puppy. I will light the candle then.
Okay.
With prestidigitation.
Stuff. You light it, and it fills the room in a matter of moments, and it smells like the airship.
Erish, this is Crowley. Okay. I wanted to let you know that things aren't looking very good here in the Shadow Marches. If you do not hear from us again soon, you must tell the Druids and Sharn that this will be the point of breach from which Zoriat will be attacking our plane.
Okay.
Need to light an extra candle for all that.
Yeah. I take a deep puff and light again.
I take a deep puff and light again.
Puffing the candle?
Give me one
That
second.
waxy
Puffing.
goodness, boy. Whoo!
It's real beeswax.
As Gorum inspects a bottle of ale.
Great success.
Can I get you to roll me a percentile dice? I will say, to convey all that, with Koshik's knowledge of the spell, you guys would know you would need to light 2 candles.
We need at least 2 successful candles.
So let me know what the first one is.
You're muted, Matt.
I was just talking to myself. I'm waiting for the roll to finish. You know, it's very slow. So 3 and what is it? 63.
Okay.
But it stopped on a 20, so I'm very confused. Whatever.
Okay. So a 3 and a 20? Or a 3 and a
I rolled a
60?
D100.
Yeah.
63. I didn't roll twice. I rolled once.
Oh,
Did you want me to roll again?
yeah. I need 2 rolls from you.
So,
Okay.
so does that mean the first total was... Oh, so the first one was a 63, and then the second one is
Whatever this is.
The second one is coalescing.
having a good think about it.
It
Why does
is.
it take so long to roll? That's wild.
D&D Beyond had a hard time today. D&D Beyond said,
47.
Amount, the computer is literally counting on fingers.
101001011. Having to do it manual. Somebody's manually entering the.
Someone at D&D Beyond's like, all right, guys, we got to slow it down. I'm rolling the dice by hand.
He's just got a queue of roll requests. That's fucked up.
You see the smoke light go into the air, fills the room. You do not receive a response.
No response.
We try to use the last candle then.
Would I know if that is that because the spell is canceled out, or is it just because it would be too hard for it to like?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yes, please. Why are things just rolling so weirdly? Roll.
Which these candles can only be used to Erish anyway. So
Yeah.
for this candle,
18.
18.
Yeah.
You're thinking that the spell went off. You know, with an 18, I'll say that there's a chance of it failing. There's also a chance of it failing coming back, even if he did receive it. Which one of those are which is the question.
There is the possibility that it went through, but he cannot respond. Or there's a possibility it didn't go through, and he wouldn't be able to respond anyway. So,
Right.
should we use the last use just in case? Maybe a slightly more condensed version. The one use.
I didn't realize. Oh, see that it was actually the message spell. I was just like, it's a candle. Let's try it out.
Yeah, it's the same spell.
I don't mind.
I don't see why we wouldn't want to
Yeah,
go ahead and use some
Alright.
letters.
Better
Alright. Hold on 1 second.
Alright. Reach it into the bag.
I think it's just one candle. I think it's just
Alright,
one
you got-
candle that can be used 3 times, so it's not gonna be 3 different candles.
Had to grab my other lighter.
I stole the cool one.
She's relit. Let's go.
25 words or less version of the last.
Artyom, you try it this time.
Oh, you want me to send the message? You want
Yes.
me to send the message?
Yes.
Concise.
Okay.
I
Okay,
can
yeah. You could Crowley's
I think
better with
Crowley's
words
got-
anyway.
Can I
was
give
your
him
last-
guidance? Is guidance a thing that can be done with?
Guidance to count better.
You see Nelke speaks up and say, he was your last thought several times.
Oh shit. In what context?
Who's he talking to?
He's speaking to our team.
Oh, my heart is breaking.
Yeah, it happens. I guess.
I'm sorry, I started hearing those barking, those
Mosquitoes.
barking
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
They are native to
Alright.
here. This makes
They
sense.
come in all kinds.
Yeah, what is it? 25 words or less? 24 on the dot.
25 or less. Yeah.
Gotcha. I gotcha. All right. So relight the candle if it's been handed to me. Breathe it in.
Man, that smells like the airship.
Erish. If you do not hear from us soon, you must warn Sharn that the Shadow Marchers are the point of breach for Zoriat.
Okay. Can you roll me a percentile dice, please?
Roll good, whatever number it's supposed to be.
I don't. That's the thing is I don't even remember.
It's out of my hands. It's D&D Beyond. I have sworn off every responsibility. First roll looks like a 61. It is a 61.
You only need to make one.
Okay, I'm rolling again just to see.
God damn it.
Your message goes out into the ether. Yet again, there is no response.
Crowley just waits for a moment before looking up. It has been sent. Once again, no response, but 2 messages out, we can only hope that he received one.
All right. I'm sure you get one of them.
One can hope.
All right. Well,
Smoke out of the face. Just
so to put things in proper perspective, we're going to have a distraction team and we're going to have a retrieval team, and both of them need to come back to the point of an angle to try and get through. If not, then we'll have to go for a second type of exit. That's the plan.
Sounds
That's
like
the
it.
plan.
Seems like it.
I guess so.
Okay. And so who's on which team?
believe it is me and you, me, you, Crowley, and Milo. And then the dwarves with Gandalf and Car on Distraction Squad.
All right.
Sounds
Well.
good to me.
We'll just have to be really fucking fast.
Milo is going to, as they're wrapping up the planning, take out that gold bracelet that he got for the costume when we infiltrated the party, and attaching some fiddly magical bits to it, use one of his magical tinkering slots to give it a 5-foot light blue glow and hand it to the insectile guy.
What is this for?
You say you want to be able to get out of here and not fade. You can't make any promises, but once the end of, reality as we know it's done with, because I've got some of my equipment in here, maybe I'll be able to track it. Hold on to that and we'll see what we can do for you when we're done, if we make it out alive. No promises, but least we can do for you helping us out here.
Thank you.
Just give kind of a awkward nod and step back.
See that he takes the bracelet and clinks it against his large chitinous hands a couple of times, and then just front pocket.
All right. I guess let's finish up a quick rest and get all of our faculties in order, and then we can go ahead and get as close as we can get.
Very well. You're welcome to rest for as long as you're capable of doing so.
For the rest of the rest, Milo will help repair whatever tears in armor or chips out of weapons that anyone may have.
I would like to walk over to Gorham while we're resting, and I would like to say to him, if I don't make it out of here, please think of me while you're tearing Yidril limb from limb.
Aye, lass. But don't worry, we'll all make it out alive. The ancestors will it. Have faith. I'm gonna clasp her on his shoulder, give her a big shake.
Jesus Christ.
Not that bad, good lord.
Sorry,
Gorham uses quaking vengeance on Koshik.
Eberron, Jesus, will you stop it?
What would the blood of all say? By the blood. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do or prepare, state, conversations to be had before this and possibly your last short rest?
Yeah, what's Milo doing? Milo's working on stuff, right? He's working on building and stuff.
He was just doing repair. I mean, we went through the ringer. I imagine our gear is a little banged up.
So after I talk to Gorham, I'm just gonna go sit by Milo and just lean on his leg while he's working, and that's all.
While we're sitting there,
Thank
they're
you.
all doing our rest things, I'll just be sitting up, kind of back up against the wall, just kind of going over all my equipment one last time, just kind of looking over everybody as I do, and just start kind of softly singing to myself in Carnathi.
Hey, Gorham, will you be able to summon Bursty up here? You might need the speed.
I cannot.
Alright, well, it's worth a shot. I don't know what it's going to be like up there, but try to stick together. I would imagine will be the best thing to do. It's fucking Gandalin. Doesn't have any armor, so he'll probably go down quick. You'll have to drag him out, so you know, keep an eye on him.
I'd planned on it.
All right.
I do have one more death ward and we can't win. I'm not gonna do it.
Did you regain your second level slots?
I don't think so.
You should do that real quick.
I don't know how to do that.
Uncheck the boxes. Check the boxes.
Wait, we get our spell slots back?
No.
Brittany's using a class feature.
I'm cheating.
They got
The DM doesn't know I know this trick.
DM's hater.
yeah, some classes have abilities that let you get spell slots back on a short rest. Like I got a level 1 slot back using a feature as well.
She has a thing where she can use her channel divinities to get some spell slots back.
Oh wow, I got my 5th level slots back. God.
I have a thing. I think I have a thing.
Which you got a long rest, so you should have it's natural recovery, I think. You can get spell slots equal to half of your druid level back.
I wish I had a long rest.
Okay, yes.
So you can
How do I do that?
So just choose 5 levels worth of slots and just unclick the boxes. So they just have to total up to 5. So if you get a 2nd level, you can only do like 1 3rd level or 3 1st level spells, or a 4th level and a 1st level, or some combination that equals 5.
So with using my my points, after the short rest I still get both of my channel divinities back?
So the way we had discussed it is you had 1 channel divinity left. You'd have burnt that before the short rest, gotten a 2nd level spell slot back, and then you would have gotten both of your channel divinities back after the short rest, and then you could burn one of them to get another one back.
Yeah.
You can get 2 level 2 spell slots back and still have 1 channel divinity.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Great success.
Great success.
Those damn mosquitoes, man.
Very active.
They bark so incessantly.
Can drive you mad.
Alright.
That's the real threat in Zoria is the mosquitoes.
Okay, so we need to get these plans done a little bit better, I'd say. Nelki, do you know whereabouts your portal's going to come up, or our entrance will be on this on the graph or map you made?
Closer to the edge.
Closer to the edge, okay. And so what type of distance do you think there'll be between us and the egg?
An answer that you're not going to want to hear, but it depends. Distance is not always the same at different times.
All right. Okay, so in that case, all right, fine. Retrieval team, how do you want to go about getting to the? I know Crowley, can't you fly, Crowley? And I know Milo can fly.
I can piggyback on Milo.
1 second. Has it been dawn somewhere, DM?
It
For the
was
purposes of that flight.
the last time you flew. It was nighttime, so it would have been dawn the next morning when you
I
guys
can
woke up
fly,
and
yes,
went under the
yeah.
tree.
Yes.
I'm just
Has
trying
it
to-
been dawn somewhere?
Yeah, has it been dawn on the eastern or western hemisphere?
It's
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 on.
dawn.
Somewhere.
It's dawn o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, you know. I should try that against another DM. Like, oh man, it's been dawn. Wait, didn't you just use that analogy?
Yeah, but like in this, you're looking at time zones. Like, well, here.
Nah, man, I'm gonna pull out like the astronomical. Like, it's dawn over on Pluto somewhere, so I'm good.
God damn it!
Um,
I've been pushing you like a little bit.
so we're all going to fly over to this big egg and try to crack it open and get the Corta out and heal him. Huh?
Make sure
Oh.
he's still.
Did you say kill or heal?
Heal. Heal.
It still sounds like saying
Heal him.
heal. It still
Heal
sounds like you're
him.
saying kill him.
To render aid upon him.
Heal him. Yes.
So
yes,
to
it's
render aid as in to stop him from suffering is what you
No.
That's-
know?
Heal him.
We would like him to be alive.
And hopefully
conscious
he's,
preferably.
had a nice long rest in this cocoon egg and can help us get out of here.
I feel like he's probably gonna feel shitty.
He's probably going to be unconscious. Maybe we can try to get him conscious, but what's the plan from there? We have 4 people fly over, and then Crowley will try to dimension door him back towards the entrance.
It's
Or
possible.
either-
If we want to take time and heal him, I could create a barrier around us and let us heal him for a little bit. It's possible, but if we wish to be quick about it,
If I'm going to be completely frank, we'll probably need the barrier to get the distraction team out.
We'll, if we cannot rely on going back around these angles, that like Nelky said, he said we cannot rely on that. Yeah.
Then we rely on.
I
The
think that you
creatures?
rely on me for guidance around these angles.
Okay. So we
Oh.
try to get back to Nelky to get back in an angle.
Do not rely on me still being there.
So we will look, and if Nelky is gone, we book it
Figure
for.
it out ourselves.
Well, you would have to use bats or something to try to get us back to the portal. That's our only means of escape. It's the only way for us to leave.
I can.
I don't know what it's going to be like up there, but I have a feeling if the queen's up there, unless she's a very arrogant queen or cheese, and just wants to do business herself, that it could possibly be a situation to where you might not be able to breathe, possibly from the amount of insects that are swarming around us. So,
But
Is
we
this
have
something
to
we
at least
have to
try
do?
that.
oh yeah, absolutely.
We
But
have, we have zero other option.
the bats might not last too long, is all I'm saying.
Bats eat insects, don't they? Let them have a buffet.
They're just
Hey,
opening their
gluttons.
mouth like.
It is not eating insects is not very good for escaping an action economy.
I mean, if as far as I'm aware, if we cannot reliably count on Nelky to still be there, that is the only way for us to get back out.
All right, I completely agree that we'll have to escape by other means. Just
And in regards to the barrier, bees really value their queen, right? If Crowley traps their queen, they may be too busy freaking out trying to figure out how to break that barrier, and that may be our window to leave. Just a thought.
Yep, I mean, if it can work, it could work. It
They
is
like bugs.
But
your
if the
spells. You can try
queen-
to use them how you wish, but I feel like maybe we might be better off trying to defend ourselves with that than try to catch the queen.
Agreed.
I agree.
For all we
be-
know, she can just assume control of other bugs like the robless or empty
It would be
robe.
just as simple as the queen telling her minions that she's safe within the barrier, and then they come for us. Or possibly the only way to destroy the barrier is to destroy Crowley, and then all of the bugs run to Crowley. It's not a great idea.
Right, yeah, I mean, we can
Just want to have it as a thought, just in case. If it
yeah, we
seems
can
like
go
it's gonna-
over all the different ways we can die really horribly in the next few moments. We'll be here all day. But,
I think just get him, escape via flight through bats or whatever the fuck else, and try to get to back to the portal.
the other big question is how is the distraction team going to let us know that it is okay for the retrieval team to come through?
I don't know if we can. I think think we'll have to say you wait this long, and we'll try to get their attention by this time, because we have no way. Nelky, is there any way to talk through these angles?
I have been a fairly solitude person. I have not tried to talk around them.
I feel like giving it a timer is probably the best bet.
Well, how much time do you want?
A minute, maybe. We can't give too much, because it depends how quickly we get their attention. If we get it real fast, then we don't want to be waiting too long. But we can't be sure how quick.
All right, I will give you a minute.
1 minute.
Car,
But
it looks like you wanted to say something.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. This was out of character, but can a giant eagle carry, like, Gandalf and the dwarves?
Not Gandalf and the dwarves. It would be one person, and you would still have full speed at 2 people. You would be at half speed. You would not be able to carry 3. Not to any effective speed, at least.
Horde of bats is the most effective option.
But aside from that, I can give you Beric, and if things go bad, you know the standard procedure.
Yeah, sorry, little buddy.
Poor
Alright.
Beric. At least we've
It hasn't
never
happened yet. We haven't had to
Right.
do it yet. Yeah, if before a minute is up, it starts getting real bad. Yeah, I get
Barrick hangs his head.
it. It's okay. I pet him a little bit. It's okay. It's only worst comes to worst. It's fine. You're okay. You are a very brave rat, bird.
He's a bat.
Right now he's a bat, but like sometimes he's a rat.
He's a bird.
He was
I
a
mean,
bird last time. He hasn't been a bird in a very long time.
He's been a bird for 6 years or so, at least.
Whatever. All right, I'll just stick him like on my shoulder. Like, all right, yeah.
Beric
you're
is a bird. He's just a mammal bird.
He is a bat-shaped bird right now. So 1 minute, or yeah, I'm just gonna stop saying it.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
ready? Everybody feeling good?
Is there a place to use the restroom in here? I don't want to just kind of like pee in your home.
The facilities. Pee around the corner. Pee in the angle.
That will be the distraction. Is a fresh gout of gold coming out of nowhere.
I suppose the upside to being an echo is that this will not be my home for much longer.
Hey! I was just turned around and just went around right back.
Ah, Artyom. Artyom. I see.
Artyom stands over in the corner. Would anybody like to do anything else for your short rest? Whether that be mechanical or RP.
I am gonna confirm that those 2 bracelets are the same fucking bracelets. Like random fucking bracelets I got. Double loop them. Now they're just side by side on my boat.
Oh, because the first one didn't disappear.
Did it? Boom boom.
You go to look for your bracelet
It's
that
got
you
the
put in
second
this.
one.
Correct.
God damn.
It is no
Bullshit.
longer in your pouch.
I fucking hate this place.
Car's gonna
All
walk
right.
over to Nicky and just give him a hug, and then walk back and sit down and start to just kind of get in the zone.
You give a hug to
minor
Nelky.
Yep.
That is much better to what you've done in the past. I have been smacked and lightning bolted one time. As he
Are you okay now?
brings his like shirt around, and I was quick enough, thankfully.
Well,
Big toothy, cheesy orc grin. Oops.
So Gorham's gonna tap Koshik on the shoulder and just kind of whisper at her. Koshik, if I should fall in, similar to your request, if I should fall, go to my father and ask for Derek. He'll help you if you make it out of here. Without me. Alright?
Right, but that won't be happening because we're both getting out of here.
I know, but you never know. Well, it was nice talking to you. It's time to go get ready.
Car's gonna stand up and just kind of like talking to everybody. You know, I know that this isn't everybody's thing, but it would be important to me, and I would appreciate it if we could take just a moment to set ourselves as a group.
Sure.
If you would be willing
I don't know what that means.
to just gather in a circle, arms on shoulders, around.
Yeah, I mean, you can join the Shining Vanguard if you want, I guess. I mean, you've been with us all the way through this. Is that what you mean?
Very,
For the moment, for now.
very loose
For today.
standards for recruiting.
Hey.
Just gonna smack him.
Ow!
I had a present for you, but no. For this moment, we are a family. For this moment, we are a tribe together. He's kind of
Fair enough.
thank you.
It's a moment of quiet as you sit in this circle. You hear Nelke sort of speak up behind the circle. He's not imposed. Says, I would like to thank you all as well. There have been, well, you have shown me some beauty in your dying moments. I do appreciate that. It's
It's
been
not terribly reassuring, but you're welcome.
I'd like to silently invite Nelke into the circle. Just kind of wave him in.
just kind of scoots up. Is there significance in this?
For some of us.
Nah.
And for all of us.
Yes.
And, you know, just as like a backup, I know you're going to try to keep your angle open. And if it closes, I assume by like the will of the queen or something along those lines. Like that's the probable outcome. If it's closed, it's because she wills it closed. The cheese, I mean. Right?
I said cheese.
It's less about her controlling the space around. It is more about, I would not wish it upon any of you to try and navigate turns that you do not understand, turns that you cannot see, and wind up into nothingness again.
Yeah. Well, in the whatever the case, if it happens to close, do you maybe know any that lead to the outside of the tree? So we might be able to rendezvous on, rather than probably get caught up in a swarm of not happy insectoids.
Well, you will be on what is the top for all intents and purposes. Off
Yeah.
may be a decent way to go.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
Then I do not understand your question.
Is there a place to where if we go off, you might be able to catch us? Oh, we saw that up in the upper areas of this thing that there were an incountable amount of life forms buzzing and flying, and that seems like a lot of flying creatures to have to try and fall through to escape unscathed.
I would suggest going fast.
All right, fair enough. Well, I'm glad that option is figured out. Okay. Everyone ready to do this?
No, but
Aye.
let's do it anyway.
That's what I like to hear. Absolute confidence.
One more thing before we go. And I'm going to be saying this to everyone. If I don't make it, and any of you do, I need you to contact Lydia and her mother for me. Let them know what happened. Make sure they stay safe. Tell them that I love them. And that I love them until the very end. Thank you. This is non-negotiable. And I will haunt you until your dying breath.
Might not be very long.
I mean, can't we at least wait until Lydia's a bit older? She's had a lot of
Absolutely not.
strife in her life.
Because if I don't contact her for a long period of time, she's going to think that I abandoned her. And I'd rather her know that I'm dead.
I'm pretty good at imitating voices. I'm sure I could pull it off a little bit.
I'm pretty good at it too. We can come up with something.
I'm joking. Of course we'll let her know, but you're not going to die, so it's.
I will fist
not
fight
easy.
you in the afterlife.
Alright.
There's a lot of talking about death.
I know, we've got this. It's
Deadly
completely
place.
fine.
I want
Happens a
all
lot
my-
when you almost
This is
die
the
in
most
that.
fatalistic we've ever been. That's pretty crazy.
No one's
Clearly
ever
we've
died
died
in the
to-
party. We're not going to start now.
I've died once. It's overrated.
Tell that to Milo and Nelky.
Nelky. Nelky, you
Nil-
died before?
They're the ones that
Oh.
have seen us die.
Oh, I see.
Only other times, not this time.
Yeah.
This time we don't die.
Alright.
Those are fake us's.
Agreed? Agreed.
The multiverse.
Agreed for you.
Okay,
No
we're
Move.
faffing about.
Right, let's get to
Back
this angle.
Yeah.
Put 60 seconds.
Like,
I'll
I'll just
alright,
count. Okay.
get the distraction squad. Alright.
I'm going to shotgun a monster and get ready to go.
You see Kaushik crack open Nelky and start drinking.
Oh!
No,
Remember,
No.
remember now, a minute is a long time. Good luck out there.
Yeah, oh, I know. It's like
A minute. You know,
hours and hours sometimes.
Yes, it can be out. Time works weird here. Be careful.
Milo's gonna be fitting the drone on Artyom like a backpack.
Kaushik is going to be fitting herself onto Milo like a backpack.
Casual reminder, this will probably hurt a lot.
Is this thing fireproof?
No.
Just in case. Or, well, is it hard to make?
A little expensive, but we'll circle back.
You
to
can
that.
fly. I'll just throw it if need be. Right? That'll be okay.
Sure.
All right.
Forward the Shining Vanguard. Let's go.
We'll slam down the faceplate and get ready to go.
Aye.
Okay.
I assume we need to follow Nelky, so I'm not going first. Or I'm following him, I suppose.
Nelky says, "Stay close, all of you. We may be able to find a space that you all can do your numbers. But for now, you follow."
Okay.
He walks. Let me make sure they're gone.
Sure.
You see him poke his head just off into space.
Disturbing.
Back in. Follow me now. Steps out.
Follow that motherfucking bug man.
And he goes walking very much on the same path that you guys have been following, at least where you were, until he gets to another corner. Seems like it ends in a corner of the room, and he steps into the corner of the room. Following along after him, you are all stepping into different spaces at different times, turns that you can't perceive or that your eyes weren't meant to perceive. As you do, there's one of them. This lasts for some time. It is not a small number of turns that he takes. You are going up, you are going down. There are some where you are just like on the edge and sort of moving to the side around the corner. There's one moment where he stops whoever is immediately behind him. Just sort of completely still. You all hear the thought sort of filling your mind. Who would say they're right behind him? Probably Gandalin, since he's planning on being right out there. Okay. Gandalin, holding your hands up and stopping probably the next person being caught on the edge of one of these corners, which is disconcerting to look at as their body is existing in two different spaces. Push them back. He stops you for a moment, and the thought fills your mind as you look across this sort of long chamber, bugs crawling across the wall and into tunnels, large alien-like insects, some of them congealing into the like middle of what looks like a man to you at the moment. Hunched over and tall, and sort of like a yellow coat. Looks like an old sort of like stringy white hair, wrinkles, just biting incessantly at a nail. And he straightens up. You realize this man is tall. If this is not a man, whatever this is, his eyes have yellow, just sort of gently glowing off of them. He says, Nelky's voice sort of fills your head. The Queen's brother. We just avoid him. We do not speak. And do not look to your right. He hates when you do that.
I fight the urge very hard to look to the right.
You're muted. Didn't.
Yeah, I was probably in the back group, so I decided not to do that. I was gonna say, probably just grab on the game, like just close your eyes.
just
Don't
sitting there,
look
just
anywhere.
Just close
one
your
hand.
eyes.
Just, don't look right, don't look right, don't look right.
Do one of these.
Yep, yeah, I was gonna say, just doing this like. Yep,
Okay.
never. Follow it, still following him.
Skirts you on the outside, and it sounds like just mumblings of Dalkir, which Gainwin would probably understand, just incessant just curses and anger and vitriol just spewing it out of his mouth as you just do it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, any names in there that just directed at anything?
It just seems like outward hatred towards nearly everything.
Awesome. Okay.
So as I speak Dalkir too, is there anything I would notice that's different or just the same?
Same thing.
Okay.
Just outward hatred towards everything. And like inward hatred. You hear curses that are outward and directed at seemingly inanimate objects. The walls. Fuck the walls. Fuck this chair. And then inward hatred starts. It's just... It is just unnerving to look at. He's just sitting here like biting off what looks to be large chunks of fingernail and spitting them out.
Did you say he had long white hair?
Yeah, it looks like long, stringy white
does
hair
he-
that hangs around about here.
Does he look the way that does he look like Nelky was describing his brethren who started worshiping the mad god? Does he look like a
Doesn't.
drow? Okay.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He looks like an older, like, human, like tan, leathery skin, just wrinkle after wrinkle on his face, except for he's, as you see him get up at one point, he starts pacing back and forth, still spewing the same hate, and still, like, just gnawing on his fingers. from where you're at right now, looks to be about 8 feet tall.
Not at all. Tall dude.
You continue moving off to your left, avoiding the urge to look right, unless one of you don't. Move. Silently, not saying anything. You continue moving along, taking turns left and right. And eventually, Nelky stops you. Small chamber. Somewhat like he had you before. This place is probably the safest for you to stop. We have one more turn ahead.
Okay.
This last turn will be the one that takes us to the surface.
This is correct.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, let's get ready to do this. Everyone, stretch.
That's your dog. Jumping jacks. No time like the present, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How big is the room that we're in?
15 by 15.
Okay.
Not a very large space.
Really quick, is the distraction team plan just chaos?
Basically.
Like everybody's just gonna do their own thing
We're-
and
I mean, presumably as a unit. Stick together. Stick together. Try to we just want to get their attention. We want them to be looking at us. Alright?
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Again, when you follow Nelky around this last corner, your eyes are greeted with the surface of this land. Your eyes, or your current, since you still have it going on, shielded from the colors that drew you in before. But you know what lies up there. What lies in front of you, it's a large flat plain, almost like a plateau. These hives that Nelky tried to show you. Some of them 6 and 10 feet tall, some of them 30 to 40, just sort of out in front of you. These platforms that are just sort of suspended in space around you look like it's made of the same hive-like material, defying gravity, glowing slightly green, suspended, an infinite expanse in front of you. This goes on for as far as the eyes can see. And it is interesting that you decide to go first, in the sense that along the winds up here, whispers of Dalkir fill your ears. Left and right, but there are voices that stand prominent throughout. Thoughts along the wind happen in different frequencies. So you're sort of listening, and you catch voices which sound like a tactical plan of some sort. All in Dalkir, several different voices.
Anything I'm able to like parse out?
Avash is moving through. Our plans go through without issue. Darren wastes his time with plans unknown. Valara is ever closer. We will soon once again be one with the material realm. Then you hear like a pause. Valara, how long do you plan on letting these intruders snoop around? How much do you plan on letting them hear? Actually, I have a gift for them. Hurtled through space and time in front of you, you see a human-like figure just catapulted through the air in front of you. And they hit one of these platforms right in front of you, just you see, getting up, sort of looking over at you, Gandalin, finding your eyes. Fiery red hair, wavy, down to about her mid-back, her mid-legs. No more than 5'2". Fierce jade green eyes. Simple jade green dress, albeit very nice. Torn. Picks herself up off this stone, broken. And Barathas's eyes find yours. I am sorry. And you see her start twitching and forming green out of her skin. She's twitching ever so, and she grows large. One wing out of one arm, massive in size. Another wing out of one arm. And you see her body turn into not that of a dragon, but instead of a large green chitinous worm. Eyes along the sides, no legs. Mucus that spills out between her chitinous plates that smell of ancient rot. And I need you to roll initiative, and that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck me.
No.
Oh.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Give us 10 or 15 minutes or so to go on break. We're going to kick this next part off with some fun stuff, so don't go anywhere. Much love.
Hi.
And hello everybody.
Hi.
We are back.
Oh, no.
Oh, my battle. It took my battle map a second to load in. All right. Why is it weird right now? It's like cutting off the top. Oh no, that's the, I see. That's the cinematic mode. All right. So last we left off, so you know what you're looking at here. Our party took a short rest, meeting a new insectoid friend or ally, and in doing so, spoke about their plans about approaching this. Nelke has apparently seen their deaths many times at this point, and now they are trying to actively avoid that. That is the worst case scenario, as that means not only their deaths, but also the death of the planet as they know it. So, Nelke says he can guide them through sharp turns in space and time to get to the top of the hive. They make these turns, turning for a while, coming across some strange creature which Nelke called the Queen's brother. You go quietly past him, making sure not to look right because he does hate that, so continue making your way through here. Gandalin steps out around the last sharp turn, seeing this in front of him. He hears bits of conversation along the wind, prominent voices in this realm speaking about strategy, speaking names that he hasn't heard before, but he understands since he now understands Dalkir. Until he was seen by whatever these voices are that are just sort of present along the winds. And one of them hurled through time and space, an old friend of the party's. 5'2" woman with fiery red hair, which the party knew as Barathas, the Jade Whisper. Dragon that had aided them before and had told them that she would fight what she could in her realm against the realm of madness. Barathas had just a few words before her flesh was transformed into something unrecognizable a large chitinous green worm, massive wings, eyes, rows of eyes along the sides, spewing a mucus out of between these plates that smell of ancient rot. She lets out a horrible screeching sound that assaults your senses on multiple levels, Kaelin. All of you around the corner hear this like a distant yell, some screech that just carries along the winds down the tunnels here. And I would like initiative from all of you. 25 to 20.
That hurts.
21.
21 for
Yeah.
Melgum.
Thank you.
Okay. 20 to 15.
19.
19 for Artyom.
1
17.
second. I did not pre-roll this. I think it landed on a 17.
17 here as well.
I'm sorry, it was a 23, so.
23.
Damn.
So I have Crowley, Melgrim, Artyom, Kaushik had 17.
Yes.
Whoa, wait, shit, I fucked up. Okay. Then Kaushik. Anybody else 20 to 15? 15 to 10?
14.
Also
14 as well. A lot of 14s.
A lot of 14s. Highest dex going to Gandalwin. Between who's Milo, what's your dex?
14.
Gorham, I believe yours is 10, right? Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Milo and then Gorham.
Not yet.
11, get it right.
My bad, dog. My bad.
Almost a bonus. It's so close to being a bonus.
Car?
12.
12.
Hey,
Okay.
it wasn't-
Not bad.
too
Not bad.
Only
Very
2
well.
behind.
As you hear this scream sort of echo from around this corner, I will put you on the map as you sort of make your way around Crowley, which will take you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to do so with an extra 5 feet of movement once you're placed on the map, if you choose to move forward on this turn. What would you like to do?
Well, it depends. I'll have to observe and try to move with the rest of the group toward the target or where we're intending to go, I suppose. And if anything drastic happens, it'll probably be inspiration to somebody. So that's about as far as I'm going to go in terms of what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're not going to be moving forward past anyone?
No, I'm going to stick in the order
Okay.
and keep moving with everyone.
All right. Ending Crowley's turn, then that's going to bring us to Melgrim. What would you like to do?
I am. Jesus. Sirens in the background. I'm going to look back towards my brother. Kind of put my arm on his and head to his. Look him in the eyes and say, "All right, brother. If we don't meet, if we don't get out of here alive, may we meet again in the land of the ancestors. See you on the other side." And then go forward towards Gandalf.
You take the 5-foot step. And you pop out right there behind Gandalf. Quick observation, you look up above you and see this massive green worm that is still shrieking into the air, assaulting your ears. But not only that, it is making your mind rattle. And we'll take off the screenshot and turn that right there. Melgrim, you've used 5 feet of movement, but other than that, you are good to go. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Just get right there.
Make sure you put
Gandalf.
yourself in a square, all right? That's going to be important.
Boom.
Okay.
And I guess I will. unsheathe my sword and light it on fire.
Okay. Bring your sword out. Say the magic word. Erupts into flame.
And look at Gandalf. The fuck is that thing? That'll be it.
Okay. You still have your action.
I'm not gonna do anything on this turn.
Would you like to hold your action to do anything?
You can
Yeah.
always dodge.
I will. Yeah, I'll hold my action to dodge if anything.
You can
comes my-
you can just dodge right now, and that won't cost your reaction. So you can dodge right now, give attacks at you disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ending Melgrim's turn, that's going to bring us to Artyom. Artyom, you hear this shriek. You are 10, 15, 20. You will have to use 20 feet of your movement.
No. I'm giving him thumbs up. All right, good luck, fellas.
Okay. Would you like to hold your action for anything, or?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Ending Artyom's turn. It's going to bring us to Brathis. You see Brathis twitching in unnatural ways, these chitinous plates fighting against each other as if they're racking her in pain. But these eyes filled with hatred and twisted madness behind them is going to fly. She lifts off from this spot. And lands. Whoa, she just disappeared. Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
She's gone.
Scare attack.
Yes, good game.
GG. Good.
And lands right here
Shit.
in front of you.
That's all I have to say. Shit.
I need both of you to make strength saving throws. As she lands, mucus from in between these chitinous plates just falls to the ground, coating the ground around her. I need strength saving throws from both of you.
22.
22. Okay.
21.
21. Very nice from both of you.
Great success.
You see that this mucus that hits the ground from it quickly spreads in about a 15-foot radius around her. And we're going to bring up this. Ooh, my computer is struggling to run this right now.
There's a lot of map going on here.
There's a lot of stuff going on right here, yeah. You see this mucus just hit the ground around her, and it begins to harden around your feet and ankles. And it is persistent. But nonetheless, you pull your feet free from this. However, she had to double move to get to you. So that will be the end of her turn. That is going to bring us to Kaushik. Kaushik, what would you like to do?
Nothing.
Holding your turn. All right.
Yep.
And then Kaushik's turn. Gandalf.
Oh, fuck, .jpg. Oh, boy. All right. Okay.
I would like, because you are this close this instance, I would like both Gandalf and Melgrim to make insight checks at disadvantage for me.
All right. 9.
Okay.
Dropped a natural 20 for a 3.
Yeah, 15, actually.
Good job. Good hustle.
Okay. Melgrim, this thing lands. These eyes looking around, some of them about 4 on each side of her head, set a deep set into these chitinous plates, looking around, looking in different directions. Some of them with anger and hatred towards both of you. You know damn well that she is going to tear you from limb to limb, and then others just black ichor sort of leaking from the side as tears and just wanting to flee, it seems. You sense conflict. But with that, Gandalf, what would you like to do?
Oh boy. And I did not get that, right? Because
You did not.
9. Okay, that's unfortunate. I am going to draw the Dragon Slayer longsword.
Okay.
First time in a while. I'm gonna mutter a short phrase in Delkir and cast Zephyr Strike.
Hey, yeah.
Horrible words cross your tongue and your mind. You utter them out, seemingly to have power here. As they echo among the hives and nests in front of you. You cast Zephyr Strike. What else you got?
And you said this mucus and stuff hardened in front of me?
It is actively hardening around your feet, yeah. It's like thick molasses.
Okay, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step forward to get in
Okay.
range with her.
Okay.
Does that do anything?
No,
Curiosity?
not right now.
Okay. And I'm gonna make a couple of longsword attacks at her. The first of which I'm gonna use the empowered attack that I get from Zephyr Strike.
I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm so sorry, man. There's a lot going on. I do need you to make a strength saving throw at the top of your turn. Yeah.
All right. This couldn't possibly go wrong. Another 22.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Wrenching your feet. You do know, you feel it around you hardening. You do know that if you stand here, that this could trap you here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna make that first attack at advantage.
Okay.
With the empowered attack from Zephyr Strike.
All right. Go and roll it.
That is a 22 to hit.
It hits.
Double 12s. Okay. Does it do additional damage by any chance?
Rathis is no longer herself and is no longer a dragon.
Okay, that's what I figured. So I will just do 1d8 additional force damage.
Okay.
So that is me 11 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
Oh Jesus, fucking D didn't go on the thing. And 1 point of force damage.
All right.
The second attack will be not at advantage.
Okay.
That is only a 17 to hit.
17 will miss.
I figured. That being said, we're just gonna glance over at Melgrim. Do best to split her attention as much as possible, and I'm going to use my 70 feet of movement since I used 5 feet, and I get an additional 30 for using the empowered attack from Zephyr Strike. 2-step 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 35, 50, 55, 60. Position myself there, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Ending your turn there, Gandalf, and that is going to bring us to Milo in the initiative order. Milo, what are you doing?
Artyom has not moved up yet, correct?
That is
'Cause
correct.
we don't see any of this.
You hear it.
Hear it. Will hold my turn to haste Artyom, and I will say,
On your mark. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. So you're just going to hold haste until Artyom does what? What's the triggering? Until he steps from you?
yeah, when he kicks off and goes to move is when I'm gonna haste him so he can get maximum number of rounds possible hasted.
Okay. Very well. That is going to bring us over to Gorham. Gorham, what would you like to do? Car, you are on deck.
Gorham's gonna take a breath, hold his book up kind of to his forehead. Gorham, strength. Uncle Malcolm, watch over us. He's gonna walk in.
Walking in, Gorham. You have to give me a second because I just had to put y'all around. You will end up right there. Doing so costs you 10 feet of your movement, but you are right here behind Melgrim when you do. You see in front of Melgrim the same side I've described. I will save y'all from the description over and over again, but it is now coiled up like a giant worm in front of Melgrim, shrieking and just writhing on the ground, sending this horrible shriek into the ground. And you just see mucus, this black ichor leaking from the sides, and it's like gathering up around Melgrim's ankles, like actively trying to hold him to the ground.
By the ancestors. Am I from it right now? What would you say?
What's up?
My 10 or 15 feet away from it right now.
Right now, you're about 15 feet away.
Slide over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my DPI button to spin the camera around really fast. I'm actually going to use my channel divinity to swear a vow of enmity.
Okay.
For the ancestors. For the Shining Vanguard. I'm gonna start smacking.
Let's see it.
Uh, 24.
Will hit.
So 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack again.
Let's see it.
That's a nat 20.
Very nice.
Nice.
Let's see that damage.
Alright, so let's see. It's not great. 20 damage. These
20.
rolls are bad.
Okay. It's still a nice chunk of damage there. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, Gorham, I need you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
It's a nat 20.
Very nice.
Goddamn.
Just powering through here, the power of the ancestors, lifting your boots out of this without problem, being able to move as much as Gorham normally moves. I won't say you're very dexterous, but as much as Gorham normally moves, you're not prohibited. All right, Gorham, ending your turn. That's going to bring us around to Carr.
Okay, so as I step around the corner,
You have to use
Can
15
I-
feet of movement to do that.
15. Okay.
Okay.
So that leaves me 15 left to go. Can I look for the egg as a free action, or do I need to use my action for that?
You would need to use. I'm sorry, I'm trying to reveal you real quick. Okay. In order to actively perceive, and unfortunately, it is not incredibly obvious at this point where that thing is. So
Okay.
you will need an action to look around and perceive that. And
Okay.
it is key to note that that jelly that you seem to have stepped through has persisted. Sort of, I've tried to emulate it with the different colors going on here, but further beyond this point, things do get somewhat blurry.
Okay. Well, never mind. There's no time for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to dash 15 feet away from the area where the worm is,
Okay.
and I am gonna cast erupting earth. It's on the ground, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna cast erupting earth right beneath it.
Okay. And what is that?
That is 20 square feet. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point.
Okay. And what kind of save do I need to make?
A dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Which direction are you wanting to go with your 15 feet?
Away from that, but into the realm. Where am I? Can I see where I am? Let me see. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Where you are right now.
Yeah. Away from where we entered. I want.
This way?
Yeah, directly away, because like I'm fulfilling my role as distraction. I want to draw her attention away from where the extraction team's going to be entering, and also away from the dwarves.
Okay. All right. She rolled a 24.
Sugar. Okay. So that's a save. Let's see.
Still does half damage.
It still does half? Okay, great. So 4d12.
A lot of D12s. Sounds
Do what?
like. It's a lot of D12s.
Right? Okay, let's see. All right, we're using D&D Beyond because I'm not smart like that. So I am not that smart, y'all. Okay. Wait. Stop. Sorry. Apologize, guys. Wait, maybe I can just do it from here. Where'd I go? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. 3d12. My bad. So that was 15. So 7, I guess.
7 points of damage. All right.
Yep. And then for my bonus action, I just want to summon everything and almost all my orc voice, just get away from them, you bitch.
Roll me a let's see. Give me a I'll give you your choice. Performance, persuasion, or intimidation. Give me one of those 3.
Not performance. Not persuasion. Oh, those all suck. Apparently, I was not planning on doing any of that. So we'll just try intimidation just because I'm an orc. So,
Okay.
Alrighty. And that's a 12.
Okay. You get a couple of the eyes' attention. All right. Does that end your turn, Car?
It does. That's all I've got.
All right. That's going to bring us back around to the top of the initiative to Crowley. Does Crowley do anything this round?
Nada.
Staying in line, ready for the extraction team. Melgrim, I would like you to make a strength saving throw at the top of your turn, please.
Let's see. 15.
Melgrim, you're restrained by this mucus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, DM. Would the earth churning up have maybe weakened that at all, or given him any advantage to that at all?
This is constantly pouring out from the creature itself, so even the erupting earth around it is quickly filled with black ichor.
Gotcha. All right, thanks.
So Melgrim, you're restrained here in place. can still attack if you wish. Attacks are at disadvantage. You can attempt to break free as an action.
In that case, I will not attack as I was planning on. I will try to break free.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
There we go. 25.
25 will succeed. That is your action to do so. Is there anything else, or are you going to stay in the same spot?
I am going to... Let's see. Use whatever movement I have to get this away.
Okay, so you have your normal movements, which I believe is 35.
Yeah.
Okay. You will be moving at half speed. This is still difficult terrain.
Okay.
So, down to 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's fine. Anything else for your turn? All right. Our team. Back around to you.
Is Barrick still all right?
Barrick has not been glow sticked as of yet.
All right. I'll just kind of like nervously pace back and forth in my square and just sort of move slowly up to the front to just like kind of get in position, sort of getting ready to jump on out there when the time comes, but just kind of moving up those few feet, and that's my whole turn.
Okay. Ending RTM's turn. It's gonna bring us to her. I'm gonna roll a d4. Ganwin, Gorham, Melgrim, Carr. Ganwin, Gorham, Melgrim, Carr. It's a 1. Ganwin. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Fantastic. All right. $14.
14 is a failure. You take 21 points of psychic damage. And you are stunned until the beginning of her next turn.
Right.
As she whips her head around and focuses in on you and shrieks in your direction. And horrible thoughts come washing over your mind. You relive traumatic events in your past. Horrible things. You see your friends dying around you at your feet. Things that have happened, things that haven't happened. Wash over your senses and completely render you inert for this round.
Okay.
She is going to then make a bite attack. It's still within 10 feet. High Gorham, low Melgrim. Bite attacks coming towards you, Melgrim. With I think a miss. Rolled really low. I 14 to hit.
Ooh, thank goodness. Misses.
Okay. When she does that, the long tail that's sort of coiled up in this seeping mucus, Gorham, whips out and tries to coil you up. That it's going to be a 25 to hit.
That'll do it.
Oh Lord. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're grappled and restrained. That's going to end her turn. That is going to bring us over to Kaushik. What would you like to do?
Nothing.
Okay. Gandalin.
Stunned.
You were stunned for this round.
Yep.
Milo, you're still holding haste. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That depends. You said we heard things going on, correct?
Correct. You hear shrieking. That's about all you hear at the moment.
Did we hear her voice? Was that loud enough for us to hear it back there?
That was but a whisper on the wind.
In that case, I am still holding to haste Archon.
Okay. Gorham, you were grappled up in this long tail that she has. The start of your turn, you were already restrained, so it doesn't matter. What would you like to do for your turn?
What is it to get out of the grapple?
It is going to be a athletics check or acrobatics check, your choice.
Oh, well, you know how acrobatic I am.
I do. That will cost your action to do so. I'll say this, just so some of your options are available to you. You have Vow of Enmity on her, so any rolls that you make will be a straight roll because you are restrained, or you can break the restrained condition by freeing yourself from this long tail. Or any other options that you may have that I don't know.
I'm going to go super dwarven. My hair turns gold.
Bite the tail off.
What?
Bite the tail off.
Huh?
Do I need to put a warning on these monsters? Like the children's warnings, do not place this in your mouth? Like...
I think everything needs that. For this group.
All right, let's see that athletics check.
It's a 19 plus 9, so 28.
It's very good. That is a success.
Ah, let me go, you great beastie. I saw my movement, correct?
Yes, you still have your movement. You've just used your action. You have your movement and your bonus.
I don't know if I can use a fucking bonus or anything, but I'm gonna... slide to the left. Rotate Gorham. Crisscross. Yeah, and that's
That's
all
your
I got.
turn right there. All right. And in Gorham's turn, that's going to bring us to Carr. Carr, what would you like to do?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, where's the rescue team gonna come?
You think somewhere, you don't see anything, but somewhere to where you came from, probably 10 or 15 feet to your left.
To my left. Okay,
Yeah,
so I want to
somewhere over here.
Okay, so I want to continue to juke right.
Okay.
So hopefully turn her around backwards, so she's definitely not looking that way, or at least as few eyes as possible looking that way. And let's do how far away? Oh yeah, so I'll go 30 feet, just as far as I can get.
Absolutely.
Away from her, because that'll still give me, I'll still be plenty in range, and I'm going to do a 4th level Call Lightning.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you right there.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn around, and again, everybody's familiar at this point, just...
All right. With the dexterity saving throw?
Yes, sir.
That's a natural 1.
You! Okay, sorry.
Roll the damage.
Finally. All right. So that's a 40-10. using D&D Beyond because I'm not a smart girl. Aw, that sucks. Maybe I shouldn't have. That's only 24 points of damage.
That's still very good.
It's solid. That's slightly above average.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it is also attention grabbing and spectacle-y.
You think it might be. Okay. Very well. Does that end your turn, Car?
Just kind of, I don't know if this would count as bonus or what, but if anybody's close enough to hear, I just start chanting in Orcish. And if you understand Orcish, I'm really just like chanting nursery rhymes, childhood songs, things that are pleasant, but it's just like chanting constantly to myself.
That's awesome. All right. Ending Car's turn. Back to the top. Crowley. Staying put.
I believe so, yes.
All right. It's going to bring us to Melgrim. What would you like to do, Melgrim?
Oh boy. We gonna run as far as we can this way.
Okay.
I can get to.
Are you
there.
counting your spaces?
1, 2, 3, 4. 5. There we go.
Okay.
And then shout. Trying to get the attention of this worm beast. All right, come at me. And intimidator.
Yeah, give me an intimidation check, which are you are not raging.
Do for a 14.
14. Her quarries are moving around her. You seem to have gotten at least some of her attention. Ending your turn there, Melgrim, is going to bring us to Artyom.
Just chilling.
Hanging
Waiting
out.
for that signal.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, it sounds like they're just fighting something right outside the door.
Peek at us. No.
Need her to move a little bit.
Okay.
Anything.
Does that end your turn there, Artyom?
Indeed it does.
Gandalf, you are no longer stunned. Goes back to her turn.
Stuns you again.
Two people have called her attention. Melgrim low, Car high. Actually, I need to do something first. Okay. Melgrim low, Car high. It was a 6. Melgrim, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
$19?
19 does succeed. What would be 30 points of psychic damage turns down to 15, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet for your next turn. As thoughts, horrible thoughts, wash over your mind of horrible things that would happen at home or already happening. You can't really tell the difference right now as they assault you, but you push through them and they don't lock you up as they did Gainwin, but your speed is reduced by 10 feet the next round. Okay. Ending your or no. It still has a bite and a constrict. You know what? It's gonna do something. It's gonna use its constrict first. Alan Gorham.
Leave me alone.
That's cocked.
Oh, why?
I tried. That's a 29 to hit.
Ah!
Oh,
Why don't you stop?
It just seems so rude.
Gorham, you're gonna take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. You're I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. You're gonna take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are taken for a ride for a moment. A short, slithering ride as it moves.
Can take you for a ride. Yeah.
Hell yeah, he can move further than I can.
Oh,
Right about there.
wow.
In between you. And it is gonna take a, let's see, low Melgrim high car. That is a 2. Melgrim, it's gonna try to bite you. You are the luckiest bitch in the world. That's a 15 to hit.
great success. No.
Okay. All right. As it lands there, that ooze starts filling this area. It has not yet, but it does. I deleted the earth. I'm just gonna leave that there. Just know that it's, I mean, it is still technically there, so that's okay. All right.
Chelsea said the earth disappears. Oh fuck.
That's next round. Ending her turn, that's gonna bring us around to Kaushik. Kaushik, what would you like to do?
Third verse, same as the second and first.
Okay.
Nothing.
To clarify, you are holding to jump on me when I leave, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Make sure it's spoken, but
He.
I know that's what you're waiting for.
Milo's backpack. Sorry.
There are a lot of Dora references this episode. All right, ending Kaushik's turn, Gandolin.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Your senses come back to you. What would you like to do?
That's good. Being brought back to me is good. Fuck. It's not moving very quick. It's not moving away very fast, but it looks like it is hitting like a dumpster truck. Oh god. This is killing me. Okay. Fuck it. We don't have time to waste. At least it's turned away. I should fucking kill Barrick. I feel so bad.
You monster! How
I feel-
could you? No, I'm kidding.
Describe how. No, don't.
I'm just like, sorry, Barrick, and just whoop.
In excruciating
I'm
detail.
just gonna poof Barrick away.
So you have a bat.
Yep.
Barrick is poofed. Artyom, your connection is severed with Barrick.
Oh.
And then could that be one of my attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
let
trying
that.
to be able to do something.
Yeah, no, that's one attack. That's fair. That's
Alright.
a separate target.
10, 15.
Throw Barrick like a ranged weapon.
40.
Before this happens, before your action happens, were you holding your action, Artyom, to move when you felt it? Okay. There, very well then. There is no train of reactions that happen then.
So, and as I get right here, this is my 45 feet, which I think that takes me close enough. Let's check real quick. Yeah, puts me within 30 feet of her. If you'll allow me to, I'm just gonna sheathe the Dragon Slayer longsword, and I'm gonna flick out one of the kukri at her for my second attack.
Go ahead and roll it.
Alright. 27.
Hits.
Fantastic. 2. Oh god. 5. This is gonna be 13 points of magical piercing.
Okay, very nice.
And just in case, I'm gonna Use bonus action to dodge.
Spend a key
Patient
point.
defense. Yep.
Bonus action dodge. Getting ready for whatever might come your way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very well. Ending Ganowin's turn. Milo.
Our team has not done anything yet,
He has not moved.
as per previous.
Holding haste. Your drone starting to surge with some energy. They are holding this spell for that long. But it stays. It is whole. Gorham, it is your turn. You are currently grappled and restrained, and this creature is now moving you at its will. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna take my hammer. I'm gonna flip it around to the spiky part, and I'm gonna raise it over my head. Come on and wake up, you damn hammer, and do something! And I'm gonna start trying to spike through its tail.
Nice. Go ahead and roll it.
That is a dirty 20.
That will hit.
Please. It's a little bit better. 16 piercing damage,
Nice.
and then that does not hit. That's a 13.
What the fuck math was I doing there? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That one would have went in y'all's favor. Did you say a
You can do that, that's fine.
13 on the second attack?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one heavily piercing the tail, mounting it to whatever this surface is below. Then you bring it up once more, but you have hammered it so far into the creature that you actually struggle, and it just hits off the other chitin piece as you try to bring it around. You are still currently grappled and restrained by this creature. Anything else for your turn?
Negative.
Okay. Ending your turn there, Gorham. Carr, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Again, I'm gonna dash another 30 feet away from where the retrieval party's coming from.
Okay.
Just trying to keep going.
Good distraction.
Yep. So yeah, intimidation, not really much. I'm not a very intimidating work as far as orcs go. So we're gonna try a little different tactic. We'll be kind of like call out to her in common. Come on, sweetie. Come on. And more
Just-
like.
And
Quick.
Dexter.
Quick question: are you wanting to move out of her threatened range?
Oh,
Are you-
sugar. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna move 30 feet. Go ahead and move her 30
So
feet.
this is where. Are you wanting to go 30 feet this way, or are you looking to go 30 feet that way?
I'm wanting to go 30 feet directly opposite of where our peeps are coming from.
So at a diagonal to the right.
So
Yep.
diagonal to the right. So we got
Yeah.
5. I guess technically she can't really step in
Oh,
this square
wait.
because she's occupying that.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Wait. You know what? Sorry, I'm gonna be as difficult as possible since I'm not the one moving myself around. Can you bring it back and make it have gone just a straight diagonal to get as far away from her as possible instead of running
This way?
along?
Just a straight line this way?
Yeah, just a straight line, because that's still gonna keep her attention away from them. It'll just be at an angle instead.
So it'll be right here.
Yep.
She will take an attack of opportunity.
Of course I will.
Yeah. For a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Jesus.
Okay. You take 18 points of piercing damage. And I need you to roll a strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice.
What was that thought? I tell you which one it's gonna be. I don't know if they make any difference. Let's see. Yeah, it's all the same, so we'll just call it strength. Oh yeah, it's a natural one for an 8. total. I don't know if that.
That, oh yeah, was very misleading.
Oh, sorry, Matt. That was. That was.
Not a positive, oh yeah.
Melgrim, Gorham, and Gandalwin, as you're all locked into combat with this thing you see, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me as well for against the 18 points of piercing. So you just need to roll a 10 or above on a Constitution save to keep Call Lightning up. But as she runs away, this creature snatches out and bites her, biting at Car's midsection, covering the top of her. It tilts its head back, and Car is swallowed.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Right.
Wild shape into the biggest thing you can wild shape into.
Car, you are blinded and restrained.
Oh, mug. I hate being restrained. Just can't explain how much I don't like it.
As you are engulfed, and as you slip and slide down the worst possible scenario that you could be in, you are then being constricted, and you feel your skin start to sizzle.
Awesome.
All right. That was your movement. You have not acted yet. What was that Constitution save?
That was a Constitution save. Sorry. Is a 16.
Okay, that's a success.
Oh,
The lightning
I don't-
above,
Lightning.
the lightning above stays.
oh yes. So but I can't. It stays, but I can't use it, right? Because I'm constricted.
You can use it.
Oh, I can use it?
Mhm.
Heck yeah. Well, let me call it down on her then.
Okay. Disappear into this creature. Call your lightning down.
Fuck you, bro. Brr.
It's
Eat me,
a-
will ya?
16,
I'm gonna die anyway. I don't care.
16 on the save.
That it hits. It's the 17 for the save.
There you go. Let's see damage.
Nice.
Woo.
Crush fingers, y'all. Crush fingers. Crush fingers.
40 damage.
12.
12 points of damage. All right.
A little bit.
Everybody help.
No
Every
worries.
bit helps.
True. Big facts.
All right.
Real big facts.
Ending your turn, Car, brings us to the top of the initiative to Crowley.
I'm pretty sure we're in a stay what we're doing position, right? So, yeah.
Okay.
Just waiting.
Melgrim, you have seen this creature swallow Car. It has grappled up your brother. What would you like to do?
Let's swipe at it a couple of times, I guess.
Okay. Artyom, you are on deck. Go ahead and roll.
All right, that's. I'm using my shield, so that is a natural 20.
Oh,
Will hit.
Nice.
let's fucking go.
And one hand in this bitch because I got the shield out. So oh, yes sir, yes sir. Let's bring a calculator out.
You love to hear it.
Hey,
Let's do that second. The brutal critical die. Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. All right, 28 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And do I double the fire damage as well?
You do.
All All right, that'll be 16 points of fear damage.
Holy fuck. Solid hit. Did you do 28 slashing, you said?
Yes. And that was
Nice.
total with the double and everything.
It's a hefty slash.
Unfortunately, the next is a 16.
16 will not hit.
Didn't think so. Alrighty.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Did you also need me to make a strength saving throw? I completely forgot about that.
Not right now. It is just moved and landed.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Well, with that, after that, I think we're gonna try to run as far as we can. 25 feet.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I'm in this square. 5. Am I having to double count this as rough terrain?
No, not yet.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. End your turn there.
Yeah. Keep on coming, bitch.
Artyom.
All right, let's go. And I'll take my step out the door.
You are hasted.
Your spell goes off. Costs your reaction, but haste goes through. Artyom, you are now hasted. Use 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement to get...
No, I use 5.
You're correct, because you moved up at once everybody stepped through. Use 5 feet of movement. Go ahead. I need to reveal you, probably. That'd probably be a smart thing to do. You
2 Artyoms.
You are right here.
Artyom. Okay. Am I in that gunk or no?
You are not. You're outside of the gunk.
Alright, I see that there are 2 Artyoms on my screen. For some reason.
Where do you see a second Artyom?
Surprise!
I'm moving my
Right to
Artyom on top
diagonal.
level. Right there.
There is
That's it,
nothing
dude.
there on my screen.
Someone's moving it around.
There's
Okay, I got
two
an
of you.
idea.
Get him out of here.
That guy way
Yeah,
over
there's
there.
been-
No, I need that
Imposter.
guy. I need that guy because that's the guy I can see.
Oh no.
What?
That is
Bring
the
that one back.
that is the Artyom. The one I revealed is the one I can see.
Okay.
That one is the invisible
Get
one.
rid of
Yeah,
the shadow.
there's been an RTM under the dragon this whole time.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right,
not on
you're
my
next.
screen. Y'all can watch
On our
the watch
I
the
guess it doesn't
stream.
matter. I'm gonna bonus action turn into a quetz.
Okay.
Fly up. I'd say 30 additional feet, and try to do a perception check to see if I can see where the egg's at.
Okay. You can see the Quetzal on your screen, right? You should have control of it too.
I can see him.
Quits.
Don't
You-
forget you've got like 160 foot move speed, right?
Yeah, 90 plus, yeah.
Okay.
180 foot movement speed.
180. It's a 90 foot, not an 80 foot move.
180 foot movement speed.
Damn.
Minus
sorry.
35 because
Minus 35.
you stepped out of the
Right.
door and you're going 30 feet up. Jesus
Right.
Christ. All right, we're gonna bring you 30 feet off the ground. Right about there. And make me a perception check at disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
Correct.
Okay.
On here.
That's that's a 19 and a natural 20.
All right, what's the total for the natural 20?
I think that's plus 8. Let me check. Let me double check real quick. Let me get back to my sheet. No, it's plus 9, so 28 total.
Plus 9 for 28 total. Artyom, I'm not going to try to tell you the distance and I'm not going to try to measure this, but I will send a picture to you shortly.
Oh, God, he's having to scroll all the way over.
I am.
I looked at it before we even started.
You
It's about-
bitch! Don't do
What?
that!
Oh, I thought you. I wasn't gonna go in that direction unless I knew where it was at.
Just helps with logistics once he does know where it is.
Oh, should I look at the stream? Hold on.
No.
Ah!
Oh, okay.
Total.
You look
Electric
across this
ball.
distance and you see lightning hitting this point, and as your Quetzal eyes, you look across and just lightning from the ether hitting this in the top, a chitinous flesh pod floating in the sky.
All right. Well, does 30 feet up seem to be out of the reach of that creature thing on the ground, dragon thing?
You have no clue.
All right.
It is a gigantic worm.
I'll move an additional 30 feet up just for safe measure.
Okay.
And oh, I can't control my things anymore. I'm still in that.
The cuts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're in the cutscene. Okay. Good. Teach you to scroll around the map.
He makes a good point.
Probably.
So,
So that's 65. And then yeah, I'll move however much my movement is in that direction.
Okay, so you moved 60 feet up, 5 feet out. So 65 minus 180 feet, right? So
Yeah.
125 feet of movement left. Is that right?
115.
Not quite.
115?
Also, he gets
Also,
the
hasted
additional-
action to dash.
Yeah, the additional action from haste can be used to dash as well. He can get total of 540 feet of movement.
Yeah. But
If he
I
had his
use
action
my
still.
I use my action to perceive.
Right,
And
right,
I
right.
use-
Okay, so minus that.
65 to go up.
That's a lot of spaces.
Yeah. I'll let me calculate this up. You just go to the next person, I guess, while I'm doing this.
All right.
So
Another
it's
180 plus
65.
115. You should have 295 feet you can move.
295 feet. Okay, well, I just moved 60 more feet, so 295 minus 60 is 235.
Yep.
Divided by.
That's real far.
There's 47 more spaces I will move.
Okay.
Look at him go.
This is
Look at him go.
Look at him go.
I just hear the Jurassic Park theme in my head now.
I'm not even sure where it is in relation to where we are.
he is heading in the right direction.
Okay.
And it is to the west on the compass on your
You hear the sound of pterodactyls and fighter jet engines as he takes off.
So
Okay.
I'm like, I see him moving. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck he's going.
All right, that's my first round, my first go there.
Okay. Ending RTM's turn, that is going to bring us to her turn. The top of her turn,
Oh, don't do it.
Oh, don't do it.
I gotta read it.
Super digestion.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
If
at the
anyone's
top.
curious, you're moving 61 miles per hour, Kent.
does she have to
Pretty
poop?
speedy.
Does she need to poop now? Does it make her
Oh
vulnerable?
no! Please don't say that.
Hey, gotta get out one way or another, and if it makes her vulnerable,
I
Don't
think you
take
want to
your
come
bait.
out the way you came in, or through a new hole one of the dwarves might make.
that would be preferable. But do what you gotta do.
Car, you take 18 points of acid damage.
No.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Could
Owie,
always be
wowie.
worse.
Yeah. Isn't everybody glad we got our short rest?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we are so glad. Oh.
God.
And now she's going to. She has Gorham grappled. She has Melgrim in front of her. She has Gandalf around.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
You're currently grappled and restrained.
I'm not a threat.
Gandalf low, Melgrim high. Melgrim, I even tried
Saying
switching it
shit.
up right there, buddy. It's a 19. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
The fucked up thing is the exact same saving throw for us. Oh, Melgrim. Melgy Welgy.
Wow. Melgrim's luck in this fight is increasingly impressive.
15?
15 is a failure.
Ah! Shit.
However, with 3 1s and 2 2s on the damage dice, you take 11 points of psychic damage. However, you are stunned till the start of her next turn.
Shit. This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. Distraction Squad doesn't care.
We're just busy distracting.
She's
We're busy
still,
distracted. We're doing our
still
job.
mad, but she's still intelligent.
Aw,
I mean,
we
is
don't-
she though?
Only distracting the right person.
No
don't
one's
like
intelligent
lightning.
with someone in their stomach calling lightning down on them.
Fuck. Scoosh. Blow her ass up.
Melgrim, she's gonna take a bite at you.
Oh god. Oh god, I'm about to do something really stupid.
It's a 30 to hit on the bite.
Oh, what? What?
Not a natural 20, but it is very high.
Ah, it barely hits.
Just hits.
It just hits.
Just hits.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my heart. My soul.
Lucky hit.
Yeah, lucky hit.
Oh my god, sorry. I'm trying to use digital dice rollers because it makes it easier. Melgrim, you're gonna take 29 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw, your choice.
We're gonna go with strength. Like, well,
Do you not have advantage on dexterity saving throws?
I think the bonus is all not nearly as good.
Okay.
yeah, the bonus is definitely not nearly good either.
Not to worry. Make which one you feel the need to. The dice can be cruel sometimes.
They can be cool. It's very true.
25.
She bites on you. You fight your way out. She nearly swallows you whole, but you fight out of her mouth.
Not today, bitch.
Party of one in here.
Gorum, she is gonna squeeze tighter on you. Which will require an attack roll at advantage because you are restrained. With advantage, that's a natural 20 to hit.
Oh no!
Can I? I can't, can I?
You can't see anything, unfortunately. You have to be able to see it. Could be worse. You take 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
It could be a lot worse. You're not wrong. I was writing out my funeral arrangements.
29 points of bludgeoning, you're still grappled and restrained. It's gonna end her turn.
I ain't hear no bell.
Ending that.
Hey, you get there, buddy?
That is gonna bring us around to Kaushik's turn.
I believe at this point I'm gonna just go ahead and backpack myself onto Milo and kick him like you do with a horse with stirrups and go, 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 go.
Gosh, you climb up onto his armor, holding on to some armor plates, and you get your boot stirrups dug into his side. What are they called? Stirrups? They called stirrups? I don't remember. I don't know what they're called.
Spurs.
There you go. Spurs. That's
there
what I'm
you
looking
go,
for.
Yeah.
Spurs, yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. All right. Gandalin, that's gonna bring us around to you, buddy.
Oh fuck. Did Out of curiosity, did it seem like she was paying any kind of attention at all to Artyom as he went zooming off?
It looks like she's just sort of mad with rage around what's hitting her right now.
Okay, well that's good. Oh god. Oh boy, we are. Distraction Squad is not looking long for this world if it keeps going as it's going. Fuck. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna step 25 feet up to her.
Okay.
2 kukri attacks.
Go ahead and roll them.
You're number 1. Oh fuck, bro. 14 on the first one, a little miss.
14 will miss.
Number 2. That one's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
I'd like her to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Desperate actions now.
That did not go in the box. That's an 8.
An 8. She is stunned. Holy shit.
She is stunned.
Oh my god!
Is that
It's
the
like
first
a
time this
miracle!
campaign?
It worked! It worked!
Good.
That's a natural. That is a natural 3 on the dice. She's got condition immunity. Give me a second.
Ah, fuck.
Stunned isn't one of them.
Fantastic.
Hey!
She takes 14 points of magical
Opa.
piercing on that attack.
Okay.
And I'm saving my key, so I'm just going to do a single unarmed strike for my bonus.
Okay.
And that's a 21 to hit with the unarmed strike.
21 will hit.
I'm gonna punch her in the best approximation of a kidney that I can think of.
Was that at advantage?
Yeah. That was
Okay.
Punch her in her squishy little body. Oh, wait,
9
she's
points
weakness.
of magical bludgeoning.
9.
Yes, sir.
Gain to win. Decide Barathus's fate.
You know, when you use her name, it's actually kind of sad.
She has a dragon.
I'm just gonna plunge that first kukri, and her, like, the first one skips off, stab it in. That's the first one, send the key coursing through her body, kind of causing her to seize up. Just one last punch with my offhand, just slam it in with whatever passive reinforcement my unarmed attacks have, just cracking the chitin and punching through. As she slackens and falls to the ground, just, it's okay, you did as good as you could.
Whisper along the wind into your mind a simple thank you. Car, you are ejected out of this thing's mouth, laying prone. As I reveal you once more. No longer inside of this thing. Prone right here. You are all out of initiative.
There you go!
The sounds of fighter jet turbines just crank up in the background.
Okay. To save us moving here and moving all of this, and because it will get quite difficult on here. As Barathus falls, the winds pick up around you. The ground itself around each of you, moving and shaking with life. As from every pore seeping out of the earth around it, alien-like insects, bugs of varying sizes, coat the ground, turning the ground below you, Artyom, black as they move towards and away from you guys that are on the back side of this and just now stepping through the space and ripple in space and time. They begin to coalesce in front of you, Artyom, near this chitinous flesh pod that you are going towards. As a swirling torrent of alien insects keeps them aloft, moving as one nightmarish tornado of multiplied seamless sentience. Your eyes lie to your brain, desperate to make sense of this thing's top half into something vaguely human. Chitin with the flexibility of skin, the color of oxidized brass, wrap around the torso and the face of this creature. Where a left arm should be, instead, you see the raptorial foreleg of a praying mantis twitching and clicking incessantly. They adorn the wings of a lunar moth that are an ultraviolet blue that your eyes should never have seen. Looking at the wings feels as if someone is burning your cornea, wielding the sun and a magnifying glass. But should you go blind to behold something this beautiful may just be worth it. You pull your mind back from that ledge and blink to hear a greeting, not from the mouth of this creature, but millions of wings, legs, mandibles, and maws chitter and rejoice in unison. Valara welcomes all children. It is no surprise to you that this creature you look upon is a lord of madness, the sovereign of swarms, the crawling queen, a true Dalkir who calls itself Valara. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, fuck.
But we still have 22 minutes.
Yeah, we can roll damage. Just take damage for every
Yeah,
minute.
just roll it. Just roll that damage. Just roll it.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you guys for playing with me. I always have a blast. Thank you so much. Don't forget to drop a follow or a like and subscribe if you're over there on YouTube. We're trying to get to 100 YouTube subscribers as fast as possible so we can stop with the bit.ly links and whatnot. So if you haven't taken a journey over there yet, take a journey over to our YouTube. It should be in the links down below us and all that good stuff on Twitch. Go subscribe over there. We're gonna kick it off with a raid to someone, but before you go and get out of here, and before we kick it off to someone else, we are Hard Knock Dice once more. We stream on Mondays and Saturdays. Mondays we do Ghosts of Saltmarsh, DM'd by my good buddy Ian. He is somewhere around here who plays Gandalf here. A couple of us are in that campaign. And on Saturdays, we do this, where we have all sorts of maddening things happen. So, make sure you come and join us when we do that. We're going to give our good friends TPK Roleplay a raid and go show them some love. Drop them a follow, support the TTRPG community. A lot of these people really deserve it. So, we will catch you guys next time. Much love. Bye.
Bye.